Every year, millions of people around the world hear the same life-altering words. You have cancer. In that moment, life changes. Time slows down, thoughts race, and everything that once mattered suddenly feels distant. This isn't just a physical disease, it is deeply psychological. An emotional storm that affects not only the person diagnosed, but the entire network of family and friends who love them. We need to acknowledge and understand the significant psychological impact of cancer. Today, we explore the emotional journey behind a cancer diagnosis, from the first moment of hearing the news to the long road of coping, healing, and surviving, not just in body, but in mind and spirit. This journey is often complex, challenging, and deeply personal. Recognizing the validity of these emotional struggles is the first step toward healing. We want to offer insight, support, and hope to those navigating this difficult path and to their loved ones who are walking alongside them. Understanding that you're not alone in this experience is vital. Part 1. The patient's psychological response. For the person who receives the diagnosis, the initial emotional response is often shock. Some describe it as being hit by a freight train. Others describe complete numbness. There is a disbelief. How could this happen to me? This feeling of unreality is a common defense mechanism, a way for the mind to process the overwhelming news. It can be followed by a sense of detachment, as if watching the events unfold from a distance. Understanding that these initial reactions are normal is essential. Then reality sets in. Fear, panic, anxiety, and helplessness quickly follow. The mind becomes consumed with questions. Will I survive? How bad is it? What will treatment be like? How will this affect my life? These questions can feel relentless, creating a constant state of worry and apprehension. It's crucial to acknowledge these fears and anxieties rather than trying to suppress them. Talking about them with a trusted friend, family member, or therapist can be incredibly helpful. This emotional upheaval can manifest in many ways. Sleepless nights filled with racing thoughts, a constant loop of worries and what-ifs. These sleep disturbances can further exacerbate anxiety and depression, creating a vicious cycle. Loss of appetite, a disinterest in food, or conversely, emotional eating as a way to cope with stress. Both can negatively impact physical health and energy levels. Sudden bursts of crying, uncontrollable emotional outbursts that can feel overwhelming and embarrassing. It's important to remember that these outbursts are a normal reaction to intense stress and grief. Or worse, complete emotional shutdown, a state of numbness and detachment where feelings are suppressed and avoided. While this may seem like a way to protect oneself, it can ultimately hinder the healing process. Some people begin to experience symptoms of depression, a loss of hope, worthlessness, or even suicidal thoughts. These are serious symptoms that require professional help. Cancer can strip away one's sense of control. Suddenly the future is uncertain, and every ache or pain becomes suspect. This constant hypervigilance can be exhausting and emotionally draining. Part 2. Impact on family and friends. But the diagnosis doesn't end with the patient. The emotional ripple extends outward, impacting everyone connected to the individual. Spouses, partners, children, siblings, friends, they all feel the weight. For loved ones, the dominant emotion is often helplessness. They want to do something, fix something, but cancer doesn't come with a manual. This feeling of powerlessness can be incredibly frustrating and lead to feelings of guilt or inadequacy. It's important to remember that simply being present and supportive can make a huge difference. Parents may blame themselves, questioning if they could have done something differently to prevent the illness. This self-blame is often irrational, but can be a powerful and destructive emotion. Partners might feel fear for the future they imagine together, now uncertain. The shared dreams and plans may seem threatened, leading to anxiety and grief. Children, even if too young to understand, pick up on the tension in the home, sensing that something is wrong. This can lead to anxiety, fear, and behavioral changes. Family members often become caregivers, and with that comes emotional burnout. Juggling work, caregiving, and their own fears takes an enormous toll. Caregiver fatigue, depression, and anxiety are common. These caregivers must prioritize their own well-being to effectively support their loved one. And sometimes roles reverse. The child becomes the caretaker, assuming responsibilities and providing emotional support to a parent. The strong one becomes the one needing strength, vulnerable and dependent on others. These changes alter relationships in profound, often permanent ways. Navigating these shifts requires open communication, empathy, and a willingness to adapt. Part 3. Emotions by stage of cancer. Not all cancer diagnoses are the same, and the psychological impact can vary significantly depending on the stage of the disease. Stage 1, localized. Often detected early, treatment outcomes can be favorable. Still, the initial fear is powerful. Patients may feel anxiety, but also relief that it was caught early. Many experience guilt or shame over complaining when others have it worse. This feeling of comparing one's suffering to others can minimize the validity of their own emotional experience. Stage 2 or 3, regional spread. As cancer spreads, the emotional toll deepens. There's greater uncertainty about treatment, outcomes, and physical appearance post-surgery or therapy. Many begin to grieve the loss of their previous life. This grief can encompass a wide range of losses, including physical abilities, social roles, and future opportunities. Stage 4, metastatic. This stage is often considered life-limiting. Patients may face existential dread, fear of dying, and a desire to resolve unfinished business. Many grapple with their legacy, spiritual beliefs, and the concept of mortality. Emotional support becomes absolutely vital. Finding meaning and purpose in the face of mortality can be a profound and transformative experience. Even with early-stage cancer, psychological reactions are real and serious. There is no easy stage when it comes to fear and uncertainty. Each stage presents its own unique challenges and requires individualized emotional support. Part 4. The coming months, despair, sleeplessness, and fear. In the months following diagnosis, a new reality sets in. The initial shock gives way to the challenges of treatment and the long-term implications of the disease. Treatment begins: chemotherapy, radiation, surgeries. These procedures are physically draining, but they are also emotionally exhausting. Patients often describe a loss of identity, feeling like a number in a hospital gown rather than a person. This dehumanization can lead to feelings of isolation and alienation. The once familiar world now revolves around appointments, scans, and medication schedules. Sleep becomes elusive. The fear of recurrence looms even on good days, a constant reminder of the uncertainty. And when side effects kick in, hair loss, fatigue, nausea, the psychological wounds deepen. These physical changes can impact self-esteem and body image. Some experience survivors' guilt when others in support groups pass away. Others struggle with the social isolation that comes when friends don't know what to say and begin to drift away. This social withdrawal can exacerbate feelings of loneliness and isolation. The fear isn't just about dying, it's about living in pain, losing independence, or becoming a burden to loved ones. This despair can linger, even when remission is achieved, casting a shadow over the future. Understanding these complex emotions is a critical component of the healing process. Part 5. Coping strategies and support systems. How can one navigate such emotional terrain? What resources and practices can assist cancer patients and their families deal psychologically? Support groups. Online and in-person support groups save lives. People can speak freely, mourn without judgment, and find support there. Shared experience heals emotionally. This sense of community can be strong, eliminating isolation and fostering belonging. Oncology therapists and counselors help patients and families cope with cancer's psychosocial effects. CBT, MBSR, and art therapy can help manage fear, anxiety, and sadness. Getting expert aid shows strength. We must prioritize healthy cancer management. Many practice meditation, yoga, prayer, or spiritual readings. These routines help people stay present and grounded, not eliminate fear. Faith inspires hope and resilience for some. Peace and power can come from these disciplines. Journaling. Writing down thoughts is very therapeutic. It lets you vent weighty feelings. Processing tough emotions privately can be cathartic. Light exercise, such as walking, stretching, or gentle movement, can boost mood, relieve fatigue, and give you agency. Exercise boosts mood with endorphins. Medication. Doctors may prescribe antidepressants or anti-anxiety drugs for severe depression or anxiety. Mental health is essential to cancer treatment. Remember that mental health treatment is okay. Part 6. The power of a positive attitude. While it's important not to pressure patients into staying positive, research and countless anecdotes show that a hopeful outlook makes a real difference. Positive thinking does not cure cancer, but it can. Improve quality of life, making each day more enjoyable and fulfilling. Boost the immune system, potentially enhancing the body's ability to fight the disease. Increase compliance with treatment, making patients more likely to adhere to their medical plan. Foster stronger relationships, creating a more supportive and loving environment. Reduce stress-related inflammation, which can have a positive impact on overall health. The same goes for loved ones. When family and friends approach the situation with optimism, encouragement, and love, it creates a safer emotional space for the patient. Laughter, even in small doses, brings light into dark times. A positive and supportive environment is crucial. Positivity doesn't mean denying fear. It means choosing hope in spite of it. It means celebrating small victories, like a good scan result, or a day with less pain. It means focusing on what is possible, not what has been lost. It is about appreciating each moment and finding joy in the everyday. Cancer is both physical and emotional. It alters one's self-image, life, and future. It strains families, friendships, and inner strength. Recognizing this transformational impact is crucial. However, struggle brings significant progress. People uncover hidden courage. Family bonds grow, making priorities clearer. Life becomes precious after being taken for granted. Despite its hurdles, the path can lead to self-discovery. Healing isn't linear. Setbacks, dark days, and terror will occur. Yet there are modest victories: the will to live, the courage to smile despite suffering, and the humility to ask for help. Celebrate every achievement and strength. Support, understanding, and emotional openness are as important as surgery or treatment. They provide meaning to suffering and hope to the uncertain. Remember that mental health support can improve your health and well-being. It will affect cancer's psychological impact. In cancer treatment, medicine helps the body. Love, connection, and hope heal the spirit. Celebrate love, connection, and hope throughout your journey. We should support individuals going through this. Let's listen. Please speak compassionately. Most importantly, let us believe in healing, each other, and hope. Let's foster empathy and compassion so no one feels alone. We should support individuals going through this. Let's listen. Please speak compassionately. Most importantly, let us believe in healing, each other, and hope.